All right, let's get right into it. The Ford Maverick, this truck has been a total game changer, right? It's one of the hottest things on four wheels. And for 2025, Ford's decided to double down, expanding the lineup with more choices than ever. So in this explainer, we're going to break it all down, every trim, every engine, so you can figure out which Maverick is your Maverick.
You've probably seen them everywhere, right? The Maverick has been a complete smash hit. It just landed at the perfect time. And for 2025, Ford is not sitting still, not at all. They've really fleshed out the family. We're talking about models for totally different kinds of people now. You've got your pure work truck, your off-road beast, and get this, even a street performance version.
So that's the million-dollar question, right? With all these new choices, which one is actually right for you? It can definitely feel a little overwhelming, I get it. But don't you worry, we're going to make this super simple. We're going to start from the ground up, piece by piece, so you can see exactly which one clicks with what you need and what you want to spend.
All right, let's start with the foundation. This is the core of the Maverick lineup, what everything else is built on. We're talking the XL and the XLT. These are going to be the ones you see the most. And for most folks, this is where the journey begins. Okay, first up, the Maverick XL. This is your no-nonsense workhorse. It's the practical, get-the-job-done truck. It comes standard with that super efficient 2.5-liter hybrid. But here's the kicker for 2025, the standard tech is kind of nuts. You get a huge 13.2-inch touchscreen and the whole Ford Copilot 360 safety package, standard, on the base model. For a truck starting under 30 grand, that's just an incredible amount of value right out of the gate.
Now, if you've got a little more in the budget, you can step up to the XLT. And honestly, this is the sweet spot. I think this is where a ton of people are going to land. It takes all that great stuff from the XL and just sprinkles in some really nice upgrades for convenience and style. Things like nicer wheels and push-button start that just make it a better daily driver all around.
Okay, so we've got our foundational trims down. Now, for maybe the biggest choice you're going to make when you build your Maverick, the engine. What's powering this thing?
And really, it all boils down to a classic choice. Are you going for max efficiency or max power? On one side, you have that 2.5-liter hybrid, which is all about saving you money at the pump. And the huge news for 2025, you can finally get the hybrid with all-wheel drive. People have been asking for that forever. On the other side, you've got the 2.0-liter EcoBoost, and that's your go-to for more grunt, more towing, and just, more get up and go.
And a quick look at the numbers really lays it all out. The EcoBoost gets you a healthy 250 horsepower and almost 280 pound-feet of torque. That's what lets you tow up to 4,000 pounds if you get the tow package. But then you look at the hybrid, yeah, it's 191 horsepower, but check out that MPG, up to 37 combined. That is a huge difference in fuel costs over the life of the truck.
But, let's be real for a second about those MPG numbers. As this Reddit user points out, what you see on the sticker isn't always what you get. Things like cold weather can really make a difference. Your gas engine has to run more just to keep the cabin warm. So yeah, the hybrid is crazy efficient, but just know that your real-world mileage is gonna dance around a bit, depending on the season and how you drive.
Okay, so we've got the basics down, we've talked engines. Now we get to the really cool part, the specialists. For 2025, Ford created two brand new versions of the Maverick that are built for very specific missions. One is made for the street, and the other is born for the trail.
And, just look at these two. On the left, you've got the Lobo. It's lowered, it's blacked out, it just looks mean. It's screaming street performance. Then on the right, the Tremor. It's now its own trim level, which is awesome. It's lifted up, got beefy all-terrain tires, those cool orange accents. There's absolutely no question what this truck is built for.
What's wild is that they both start with that same powerful 2.0-liter EcoBoost engine. But after that, they go in completely opposite directions. The Lobo? It gets a performance suspension that drops it down for carving up corners. The Tremor? It gets an off-road suspension that lifts it up, giving it more than 9 inches of ground clearance to crawl over stuff. They're like two sides of the same coin, each with its own special sauce, right down to their unique drive modes.
And let's quickly talk about that Tremor tech, trail control. The easiest way to think about it is like cruise control, but for the dirt. You just set a super low speed, say 3 or 4 miles an hour, and the truck handles the throttle and the brakes all by itself. All you have to do is steer. It's an amazing feature that takes a lot of the stress out of tricky off-road situations.
Okay, so we have our work trucks, and we have our specialized performance trucks. But what if you're the kind of person who just wants, well, everything? That's where the Lariat comes in. This is the top dog, the fully loaded Maverick.
Yeah, the Lariat is all about the tech and comfort. It's for someone who wants a really premium experience, almost like a luxury SUV, but in this awesome little truck package. All-wheel drive comes standard, of course, and then you get all the goodies. Heated seats, a heated steering wheel, that awesome B&O sound system, a wireless charging pad, the works. Plus, it gets the really clever tech too, like a 360-degree camera and that pro-trailer backup assist. It's easily the most comfortable and the smartest truck in the whole lineup.
Whew, okay. That was a whirlwind tour, right? We've gone from the super practical XL all the way up to the wild Lobo and Tremor and the decked-out Lariat. So, let's bring it all home. We're going to put everything on one table to make this final decision as clear as possible.
And here we go, the whole 2025 Maverick family all in one place. It really makes sense when you see it like this, doesn't it? You start with the XL, that's your pure utility, best bang for your buck option. The XLT is that perfect sweet spot for everyday life. Then, things get interesting. You split off into the specialists, the Lobo for tearing up the pavement, and the Tremor, which you'll notice is now the most expensive model, for hitting the trails. And sitting right there in the premium spot is the Lariat for the person who wants all the tech and all the comfort.
So, it all comes back to that first question, but now you have all the answers. Which Maverick are you? Are you the daily driver who just needs something smart and efficient? Are you the weekend warrior who's hauling stuff or looking for a fun drive? Or are you the adventurer who can't wait to get some mud on the tires? The cool part is, for 2025, it really feels like there's a perfect Maverick out there just waiting for you to find out.